Hey everyone, this is Matt Pacheco, your realtor here with the Paragon Group in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We are here today with another featured business. We are here with Mr. James Proby at the Men's Xchange. Phenomenal location, one-of-a-kind place that I'm aware of here in the area, not only for a phenomenal boutique experience for men's fashion and custom sizing, but also some great things for the community. So I'm going to let James first go ahead and give me a quick snippet of the company.
So the Men's Xchange is a social enterprise and a nonprofit, which makes us kind of unique in this space. Everything in the shop itself has been donated. Everything goes out to dry cleaning and gets repurposed and comes back in to be sold. Everything in the shop is $40 or less. So we do a complete suit at $40. We do sport jackets at $25. We have things that are brand new as well. So we have a mixture of new and used items or new and gently used items. We have pocket squares that are handmade, custom. Those are all $15 a piece and two-sided. We do sell shoes that are also brand new, and those are also find the same price point at $35. So everything in the shop is $40 or less. And then the nonprofit continues to come in that for every 9 men that are able to purchase clothes with us in our community, we're able to dress 1 man in our community at no cost.
That's awesome. Now I want to go ahead and let you all know that things that you see right now in this video, or if you're on the podcast, you may not see them, you'll have to come find the video,
Right.
are from this store. Pocket square. Mr. James here has shifted my world of fashion with pocket squares recently. And this jacket, I was telling James before we came in, when we spoke about a week or two ago, picked up a few items here to help. And again, just a phenomenal experience, quality items, and a great experience with a combination of the quality and the keen fashion sense of Mr. Proby here. So you can tell, if you're watching the video, this gentleman looks awesome.
Thank you.
And the compliments that I have received from people in the past week, I've lost count between the pocket squares that I purchased and the sports coats. So
Awesome.
not only do you get a great benefit, but the pleasure of knowing that it's going to also serve something greater in the community.
So that's kind of the win-win that we try to strike there. So you're absolutely right. Thank you so much. By the way, I'm wearing 100% of the items that I'm wearing today are all things that I got here in the store. I would say that 90% of my wardrobe is also stuff that I get inside the store as well. So if you happen to see me out and about, you're probably seeing me wearing something that I got from here. But the upside is that men can dress better. They can get a full-service environment. You can find out your sizings, get complete fittings. We'll walk through an entire fit session with every man that comes through our doors, and you spend less money in that process, and you get to know that all of your dollars get to help someone else in this community. So one of the big things about shopping and spending money locally is that it's universally kind of a broad statement. For every $10 that you spend inside your community, $9 end up staying inside your community if you're shopping with small businesses. Mm-hmm. 9 of those dollars leave your community when you're shopping at big box stores or franchises or chains. For us, 9 of those dollars stay inside this community, and we're using the money that would typically fall under profit for us to be able to help dress and clothe men in our community who can't do that for themselves. So we spend a lot of time focusing on transitioning military men, men that are unemployed and trying to find work, men that are coming out of homelessness, men that are coming out of incarceration. We're helping those men become more self-sustaining, and we're making sure we are removing clothing as being the barrier to them having the next level of success.
Mm-hmm. Now, I've had the fortunate opportunity to with knowing James as a good personal friend and also seeing this business venture take off, to see some of the before and afters of some of these men and just where you can tell where they've come from, and from walking in the store to that drastic change in how they feel about themselves and present themselves, how they carry themselves. James, you want to go and tell us just a couple success stories from the time period within a few weeks of you helping serve these men in the community able to go to?
So it's fun because I don't think we have any failure stories. I think we have nothing but success stories, right? We have success stories of guys like you who are ridiculously successful as you start off. You come in and you tell me things like you just got through telling me that you've received more compliments and you've got a new sense of style and you're going to do. That's just legitimately, I'm thrilled to death and humbled by that, and that's a success story. We have other individuals. We had So of the less than 15 men that we've been able to work with in the last several months, it's been over 10, less than 15. We have 100% of those men came to us unemployed, and 100% of them within the course of 3 weeks found employment. We just happened to be the last step in their evolutionary phase to help them get dressed to go to job interviews, and every single one of them got employment after they left here. One of the best stories that we've had an opportunity to work with was a man who stood outside the door. I watched him stand outside for a while, and he was debating whether or not he was going to come in. He was referred to us by one of our nonprofit partners. He finally worked up the courage to get past what he felt was shame to walk in our front doors. And then after he came in, we got him dressed, we got him moving forward, we got him in a couple of different outfits. He was, at the time, homeless, unemployed. He and his wife were staying in a shelter. He was a prior military, so a veteran. And he just hit a stumbling block in life, and it was an opportunity that we were able to help him out with. He got out of here, went to an interview, got that job. Because he was able to have verified employment, he was able to move into an apartment. So he went in 10 days from being unemployed and homeless to having a home with his wife, having a place to live with his wife, and having employment. Those things you can't put a dollar sign on, and it's incredibly valuable.
That's phenomenal. Now, James, you mentioned in there about your other nonprofit partners in Colorado Springs in the El Paso County area. We're very fortunate. We have a lot of nonprofits here who do a lot of great work.
We do.
I think having that partnership between them really helps grow the community. Why don't you go and share a little bit about some of the ones you work with and how that collaboration happens?
So the way that we're able to dress men that come to us at no cost, they're referred to us by our nonprofit partners. And we work with several different nonprofit agencies in town. The Women's Resource Agency in Reach Pikes Peak, Mount Carmel Center for Excellence. We work with a lot of different nonprofit agencies, and our goal is to make sure that we are not replicating services anywhere. So you mentioned that there are a lot of nonprofits in Colorado Springs. In El Paso County, there's over 2,000 nonprofit organizations. And we didn't want to fall into the space where we were trying to do what everybody else is doing, but we wanted to augment services and supplement services of what someone else is doing. It allows us to work with those nonprofit partnerships and create synergy, because truly the more is what we're after here. We're trying to make sure that we're creating a space and working in a space that is currently not being taken care of and not being addressed, so that we can all figure out a way with each one of our nonprofit partners to wrap our arms around those individuals in the community and figure out how we can uplift individuals and give them the next opportunity.
Wonderful. And I think it's just amazing. And even going back to bringing it down to kind of the basic levels. Something else that we've seen are, as people come in here and just shop regular in their community, again, helping local small business. Right. But some young men who are going to school dances for the first time. True. Whether it be prom or snowball or I forget the name of all the
homecoming.
Homecoming. That's a magic word. Homecoming. Yeah. So, again, talking about some before and afters. If we remember back to where some of us were at that age and maybe and how we presented ourselves, seeing some of that transition too.
It is awesome to watch our young men come in, and by young men I mean our high school men, very young men coming in and dressing in a different way. And with every man that walks through our front doors, we spend time talking to them how this is supposed to fit in your shoulders, in your chest, across your stomach, what sleeve lengths are supposed to look like in a jacket, what pants are supposed to look like. And in most cases, our young men and all the men that come through the front door don't know this information. We share it with them so that they have an opportunity to wear this. The fun part is we got all these pictures back from our high school young men dressed in their apparel and looking phenomenal. And you get a chance to see the transformation of what they look like in skate shoes and a hoodie versus, in a suit and tie or a jacket and a shirt. And it's an amazing before and after or the changes in the way they look is absolutely stunning. But the fun part is watching that, seeing and following these young men on social media, that they are continuing to wear the stuff they got here beyond what they had for their dances, but in everyday life for presentations at school and all these other places. And the fact that because they have this new knowledge and they have these new clothes, they feel comfortable and confident in wearing it, and they're wearing it in different ways. You talk about the way that a man looks, it's incredible to watch them present and project in a completely different way because they know that they're wearing something and they have a different armor on, and they present themselves in a completely different way.
Absolutely. I like how you correlate that to armor. I mean, when you go out into the battlefield, right? Not necessarily in the aspect of our military,
Right.
but going onto the battlefield of the world.
Right.
And there's that saying, the clothes make the man. Well, we've all heard that. And we know that it does. It definitely helps. It helps change your atmosphere, change your perception, your personality.
Right.
But having that mental switch to say, like the gentleman who was outside, in that walk of,
Right.
do I break this barrier to
Right.
come across or not?
Right.
He had to have that individual revelation, that strength pushed forward first.
Yes.
And then the clothes projected that even more. It amplified it.
And what's really amazing with that guy is that after he came in, we get through this whole place, he completely relaxes. He falls right into line with what we're doing. He then goes back out, gets a job, and then realizes he's got some clothing items at home that don't fit him, that fall into our model. He brings those back in and donates them so that he can try and help someone else. When we talk about the men's exchange, we are talking about evolving today's men, and we're talking about this kind of an exchange. It's an opportunity for men to help men get better. It's not that any of us are going to be perfect today. It's how can I be a better man today? How can I be better for my loved ones? How can I be better for all those individuals that matter in my life? How can I be better for my community? Those are the questions that we're trying to help men answer. And it's not that we're solving any of these issues. It's that we're trying to be a resource that we can help each one of us, all of us together, get to be better for those individuals that matter most to us and better for our community.
Awesome. There's a verse, and it says, "Show me where a man puts his treasure, and I'll show you his heart." And this man here, I've been very fortunate to see how he has, long before this, been a man of the community. He has truly been unity in the community. And I think that it's awesome to see it happen. Again, love supporting local business, and to just see where every single day you project where your heart is, and whether it be in the other aspects of the community. So I want to say thank you.
I want to thank you. I believe in my heart and my soul that being a community means more than living someplace. So to be involved in a community means you have to be invested in it, and you have to give something of your time, your talent, or your money inside your community so that you can make an impact. When we talk about seeing the world degrading and falling around us, we have no one to blame but ourselves. Mm-hmm. And the things that we need to do is to step outside of the cul-de-sacs of our own suburban neighborhoods and reach out and help someone. You never need a reason to help somebody. You never need a reason to reach out and to do some good inside your community. And there's nothing that comes from it but other good things. Even if it doesn't end up being the best possible situation or the outcome is not what you intended, reaching out and helping someone fulfills your destiny, it fills your soul, and it creates an energy throughout your community that cannot be replicated. It's the best thing you can possibly do.
Awesome. Thank you, James.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to share with us. Again, this is Matt Pacheco, your realtor here at the Paragon Group, creating real value in real estate. Have a great day and talk to you soon.